why would I want to cover up my asset with something that's not going to help me make money?
Yes.
It just doesn't make sense anymore. Roofing, solar, and financing is all one now. Think of yourself as the business liaison between anyone wanting to do business on that roof and the homeowner. And you own that space as a contractor.
Hey, welcome everybody. Another episode of JP's Tough Takes. I got David right here from Job Progress. We're going to be talking solar today. What's going on, David?
Good morning, Patrick. Happy to be here. Happy to be talking about solar with you. It's exciting.
It is exciting. Now, if you go to any conference right now, I don't care if you're talking RoofCon or you're talking Win the Store, any of these big ones, there are speakers left and right that are talking about solar, which is why I am so happy to see that Job Progress is stepping up, staying in front of the game for their contractors and their clients. Tell me about what you guys are doing, some exciting integrations that you've got coming right now that are there to help contractors stay in front of this solar game or get involved with this solar game right through Job Progress.
Listen, we serve so many contractors, Patrick, and literally, they come to us and so roofing contractors will come to us and they'll say, David, or any of my workers, let me ask you a question. In our area, do you know any solar installers? Because I have, out of 20 roofs or 10 roofs that I have, 2 might be interested in solarizing, but they don't have an actual installer. And so that's how we can see an uptick every month in terms of people from a homeowner point of view, interested in turning their roof into an energy producing asset, right? And so they're looking for a roof as protection, but it's this like paradigm shift. And we're super thankful about this company, EAGLEVIEW. They've been, when you talk about us being at the forefront, we might be at the forefront of the conversation, but they're really at the forefront of the technology behind allowing contractors to more easily go into a homeowner and present a solar plan without the need for things like CAD, without a CAD design, understanding what the kilowatt hours on a roof will be, understanding how much money you'll save in like 15 minutes time, Patrick. These new EAGLEVIEW reports, which Job Progress is the only CRM that has access to them for at least the next year and a half. Others might after that, but they chose us and we chose them. And we're pushing really feverishly to get all contractors to think on 2 levels now. One, either think of yourself as a referrer and refer a sale to a partner solar installer in your area. So number 1, make a friend. Make friends with existing solar installers in your area immediately. Number 2, don't be afraid to install your own. I mean, companies like GAF and their EcoDeck product and, these new shingles today are going to have 2 purposes. 1, they're going to cover your home, and 2, they're going to create energy, So be in lockstep with the homeowners on this, because this is coming from the homeowners. They want their homes to be generating more than just protection. They want it to be generating power, and if they could use their roof in a way today, I don't know if you've seen it recently, some of these low profile solar installations are literally, they're plug and play, Patrick. They're so easy to install. You can do it with an electrician. It's that easy to install. It's not something fearful like it used to be back in the day where you need frames and, all types of, worries about this or that or the other thing. A lot of these, especially from GAF, these systems are contractor friendly. Okay.
So the one thing you mentioned right there, and I want to dive into, because as I was reading your article here, I love that you broke it down into 3 categories for contractors. The first being, you could have that individual that wants to use a professional that's already in their area. They specialize in roofs. Here, let me find somebody else that specializes in solar. But that individual may not know exactly what to provide over to that solar company. You know, what do I need to do to begin the process from homeowner to getting solar taken care of? Can
Sure.
you walk us through how easy it is now for that sales rep who's at a dining room table, that company who gets a call from somebody, to generate a report, a solar report for themselves or for that company they may want to contract with?
Sure. It's so you're in the conversation with the homeowner, you're sitting at the table.
Got it.
You have the courage to, while you're selling them a new roof, to say, would you also be interested in talking about using your roof for solar as well? And in any shape or form, if they say yes, or at least to know what the roof could produce in terms of kilowatt hours, literally you would turn on your job progress in your phone and hit the word measurements. And we have two new solar reports from EagleView. One's called Informed Essentials and one is called Informed Advanced. And you hit the button, within 15 minutes, they're going to know over the last 3 years of that roof's life, 3 years, for every 6 inches of that roof, they're going to know how much kilowatt hours that roof will produce in terms of dollars per year within 15 minutes of time. The report is, I don't know exactly how much it costs. I know it's around $50 or so, but let me tell you, at that point, you now just sold a roof and a solar job. Guys who are roofers, think about this very quickly. I'm going to tell it to you very quickly. You just increased your net profit on this by $500 to $1,000. That interested homeowner with that report is worth to a solar installer, if you don't do solar installations, minimum of $750.
Yes.
And that's $750 cash without doing any work.
Absolutely.
So if you sold a roof for $10,000 and the profit's $3, you now made $37.50 instead of $3 by buying the $50 EagleView report. Okay. What we're doing is, it's a highly profitable way for you to build out an approach. Especially, you have to understand 100% of these solar installations are financeable, and they pay for themselves, Patrick. They pay for themselves over the long haul because of reduction in energy consumption through standard, traditional energy suppliers.
What you're really doing is you're beginning the process there with the homeowner, because you're setting yourself up as an expert at that table, that even if you're not the one who's doing the work, you've contracted with somebody else. You're educating that homeowner, providing them accurate information. You're making sure that they're making an informed decision, which again puts you as an authority, as a contractor, which I think is a powerful position to be in.
You're a roofer and a solar subcontractor. You can think of yourself as a sub when it comes to solar if you don't know how to install solar.
You've got the category 1 we just talked about, where an individual is subcontracting per se to somebody.
Yes.
Now, I call category number 2, maybe your job progress customer who is interested in doing a little bit more. I'm going to call it almost a white glove approach is the way that I looked at it. Kind of like, hey, I'm going to subcontract this out, but I'm going to bring these people under my umbrella so that I'm offering all the services under my name, under my company. Is that how you see category number 2?
I don't see it that way. It's being done right now. Category number 2, all the hardcore roofing contractors that know how to make money already are playing that number 2 game. So they have roofing subs now and solar subs that they control. They know what products are being installed. They know what timelines need to be answered. They know what margins. And just like you have a rate sheet, for installing asphalt shingles, you can ask solar installers to provide you a rate sheet for a solar installation on, let's say, an 8-on-12 or a 5-on-12 or a flat roof, or depending on what materials. They'll give you that information, and then you just upsell it just like you do with roofing. I mean, half of the companies don't even do their own install anymore. They're having subs do the work. I mean, we should talk about that in another one of our blogs.
It's taking that next step of saying, hey, I'm not only going to use this subcontractor, I'm going to take it under my umbrella, take responsibility for what happens on that roof, which I think, again, puts your people in more of a position of power. So you go from one, maybe you get your feet wet, maybe we're diving in, with our feet. And now let's talk about category number 3, where we kind of take that dive head first into solar. And these are for those contractors that say, I believe in this. I know it right now. I know where this is going. I'm going to take this on, and it's going to be me, my people in-house. This thing that you've done with EagleView, it's truly special for those people, because now within moments, they can have an estimate, because
That's
they're going to
correct.
know exactly what the kilowatt hours, what this person could save in money. They can get right to the point of selling not only the roof, but selling that solar under one umbrella. That's powerful.
So that third contractor profile, that's for a contractor that actually wants to hire technicians to actually do the work, right? That maybe has an operations manager, that maybe has some inventory, has a warehouse, and where it might just be roofing shingles now, can start to understand the different types of materials required to have a expert installation of solar happen on a daily basis, right? I mean, that, to me, every roofing company should see themselves from this day forward as a roofing, solar, and financing company. If you want to quadruple your revenue, think of yourself as the business liaison between anyone wanting to do business on that roof and the homeowner. And you own that space as a contractor, because that space is becoming really valuable real estate, guys. And you've been installing shingle tiles for years. What you're not doing is you're not promoting or characterizing your domain experience in the right way. Roofing, solar, and financing is all one now.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's actually, I mean, just hearing the words come out of my mouth is like, that's a revelation, because it's so true, Patrick. Yes. 99% of the roofing companies don't look at it that way.
No, they don't. And I want to talk about, one thing.
A lot of money to be made.
There's a lot of money to be made.
Yeah.
And I think that, unfortunately, as we talked about, and this is how I kind of want to end here with you, Dave, because I want to talk about you and EagleView. Both companies have been on the forefront of this industry for a very long time. And I know recently you sat down with Peter Cleveland over there with EagleView and talked about the future of solar. So I really want to dive in, because I know some people out there, when they hear solar, their eyes roll still, like, oh, here we go again, another solar conversation. This is not going anywhere, though, and it's going to be people who get involved with it now, just as when social media or these things come out and people
listen, this is EagleView. Listen, Job Progress is my company. It's an amazing company. But on this one, my hat goes off to EagleView. They put together a solution that Job Progress is right now the sole provider of, from a CRM point of view, that integration that has taken the solar report for a home, and they have a visualization tool that is second to none. Yeah. It literally is exciting to look at. It's called the Informed Advanced and Informed Essential Reports, both fully connected to Job Progress, fully connected to Job Progress's estimating capabilities. Literally, you can have one of the most beautiful three-dimensional, not old school two-dimensional, three-dimensional look at your existing roof over the course of the past 3 years, and understand exactly, with real trees, not fake trees like some of these other companies. I feel like I'm selling EagleView right now, but I've seen it, and I can see that it's a tool. And what they did was they took the visualization, they took all of the data facts, and they took all the information from this service. It's called PV Watts. And they brought it all together into one package to give roofing contractors, not just solar contractors, but here's the gist: roofing contractors, all the data they need in a way that homeowners can say, that makes sense to me. Why would I want to put an asphalt shingle? Why would I want to cover up my asset with something that's not going to help me make money.
Yes.
Just doesn't make sense anymore. So let's move forward together as a country, and let's start to adopt these new technologies by GAF, by EagleView, and through providers like JOBPROGRESS that are going to make it easy for homeowners to go solar with a contractor that's a roofing contractor historically that can now be part of that conversation instead of being too afraid.
Yes.
We're giving you the tools to be able to be literate in that conversation. It triples the amount of money you can make, and it literally doubles your net profit.
So I want to end by asking you this question right here. If somebody's they're watching this, like, I wanted to get into solar. I know that we need to do it, David. I agree with you. I know there's now a tool available.
Yes.
How do I start this process?
So all contractors need to do is go into JOBPROGRESS and send us an email. We'll send you a copy of what these reports look like. You look at the report, share it with a homeowner on any job where you're installing a roof. JOBPROGRESS and EagleView will hook you up with a solar installer in your area. You're going to have an hour-long meeting with that solar installer and make friends with them. From that day forward, if you have financing relationships, fine. If not, we can hook you up with that too. But from that day forward, you won't be looking at a roof from an asphalt shingle point of view anymore. It's that simple. Homeowners don't want to have that conversation. Have the conversation that they want to have with you. They want their roofs to be solar powered and with amazing shingle tiles that are transporting themselves into solar collectors. We can now have those conversations these days. That's how easy it is. That's
such an easy way of looking at it, because I love what you say. It's not if the roof is right for them, because not every roof is right for solar. So
correct.
This is the information that you're providing to that homeowner, because you're going to show them, hey, are the money that's going to be saved, does it equal what you're going to be paying out? Are you going to be able to make this thing work with your financing over a long period of time? You're going to be able to really break down the cost, because everybody wants to do solar. Everybody wants to be there, but some people need to make sure that it makes sense in their books. And so now you have the power to show them that. And now you're hooking them up with contractors in their area. All they have to do is email JOBPROGRESS to get this process started and get that initial report.
That's absolutely true. And when you see the report, how three-dimensional and visualized it is, and how it really talks about in a way that's homeowner friendly, you'll understand why we're so excited.
Well, I think it's very special what you and EagleView are doing right here.
Yeah.
David, I want to leave you with the last word here. Anything that they should know more about solar or about the future of what they can expect from JOBPROGRESS in the months to come with EagleView and these others that you're doing such great integrations with?
So EagleView has really been a market leader when it comes to allowing contractors who are not necessarily solar contractors to have access to this type of information. We're really just sitting back, and we're proud that they chose us to be their exclusive partner when it came as a CRM for now. I mean, I'm sure there'll be other CRMs in the future, but for now, they've chosen to be with JOBPROGRESS in order to get this out there.
Yeah, it's a very special integration. I've gotten to know personally EagleView. I know you do as well. The people over there, they just continue to innovate. And I love to see the partnership between two companies that continue to be on the forefront for the contractors across this country. And I mean that across the country. You're not local. This is everybody.
Same here. I can tell you what I'm going to do in 2022. And I can tell you straight out, I'm going to turn 1,000. That's my goal. 1,000 companies, which it's not really a lot when it comes to roofing companies, but I'm going to turn 1,000 companies in 2022 from roofing companies into roofing solar companies.
Yep.
And I'll do that in the first year. And we can do that because this message is that powerful and the process is that easy.
Yes. You've made it easier. You've made it much more simplistic for an industry that we know it tends to be a little bit lagging when it comes to new things on the market, but this is not new anymore. As you said, it is here to stay. And you and EagleView have rolled out a very simple way to take that first step to get your company from a roofing company to, as you said, I love this, a roofing, solar, and finance company, providing everything over to the homeowner. I love that, David.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll make it easy for you too. I know that it takes a lot to make these decisions, but these aren't just words, guys. You know, I'm not doing this. Job Progress is going to be used regardless of whether you're doing solar or not. I'm doing this because I see opportunity in it, and I'm trying to extend this message to help contractors have the faith in it that I now see. It's time. Let's make it happen together.
Well, I think you're doing a great job of that, man. You continue to innovate there at Job Progress.
Thank you.
People are wonderful. So thank you for bringing this forward to contractors and the people. Get involved with this. Email Job Progress. Start the process of moving from just the shingle to moving over to that solar as well, because your homeowners are going to be the ones who win from it. So thank you very much, David, for joining today. Appreciate it.
Patrick, as always, thank you, sir.
Thank you, buddy.